to talk about forever, like it was just around the bend. Two kids counting shooting stars, making promises we couldn't defend. You drew a house inside my palm, said one day this will be. Now that ink is washed away, like you washed away from me. We were building castles in the air, on a sky that couldn't stay. Now I'm standing in the ruins of all we used to say. We're a long way from someday, from the vows we swore we'd keep. A long way from the front porch lights and dancing in our dreams. Now I'm driving down this empty road with your goodbye replayed. Yeah, we're a long way from Sunday, and I'm lost along the way. Your coffee cup still in the cupboard, lipstick fading on the rim. I can't bring myself to wash it, like I can't stop missing him. The calendar is full of dates that we'll never get to live. All the love I saved for later has no one left to give. I thought time would be our healer, now it's just a thief, stealing all the what ifs and leaving me with grief. We're a long way from someday, from the vows we swore we'd keep. A long way from the front porch lights and dancing in our dreams. Now I'm driving down this empty road with your goodbye replayed. Yeah, we're a long way from someday, and I'm lost along the way. Maybe in another lifetime we don't let go so soon. Maybe we grow old together under a softer moon. But in this life the distance is more than miles apart. It's the silence where your voice was, and the breaking of my heart. We're a long way from someday, from the life we almost made, from the baby names and picture frames now packed away in grave. And every night I whisper to the ghost of yesterday. We're a long way from someday, and you're every day. Someday feels like forever, and forever slipped away. We're alone from someday. touched me like a promise you couldn't keep. Soft as a lie you whisper in your sleep. Your hands were warm but your words ran cold. Every forever already felt old. I should have seen it in your restless eyes. Love with a history of goodbyes. You said I'm different, I believed it too. But every scar in you already knew. I'm just another name in the bloodline of a heartbreak. Another fragile soul that you let ache, passed down like a curse you never break. Love me, leave me, watch me shake. It's running through your veins, tearing mine apart. Generations of goodbye inside your heart. I try to be the one that love would save, but I'm just part of the bloodline of a heartbreak. Your mother cried in the kitchen light. Your father disappeared most every night. You swore you'd never turn that way, but broken roots still find their way. You held me close like I was home, then left me standing there alone. I stitched your wounds with pieces of me, but you can't outrun your family tree. I'm just another name in the bloodline of a heartbreak. Another fragile soul that you let ache, passed down like a curse you never break. Love me, leave me, watch me shake. It's running through your veins, tearing mine apart. Generations of goodbye inside your heart. I tried to be the one that love would save, but I'm just part of the bloodline of a heartbreak. Maybe you don't mean to destroy. Maybe love just feels like a decoy. Maybe every time it gets too real, you cut it open before it can heal. And I was brave enough to stay, but not strong enough to make you change. I'm just another ghost in your history. Another what if memory. Another chapter you won't reread. Another heart you will let bleed. It's written in your scars and every goodbye. And the way you hold me, then let me cry. I wanted us to be our own escape, but I'm just in the bloodline. The bloodline of a heartbreak. We drew our future in straight lines, parallel dreams, your hand in mine. Angels sharp but hearts aligned, perfect shape in borrowed time. You said love was symmetry, two halves in harmony, but somewhere in the in-between you stopped reflecting me. Now every corner of this room feels tilted out of place. I'm living in a crooked truth where I can't find your face. It's broken geometry, nothing lags up anymore. We were a perfect symmetry, now we're distance by our touch. Counted seconds, counted us, but numbers lie when feelings fade and promises don't stay. You crossed the line we said was safe, redrew the shape of we. Now every memory's a maze with no way back to me. We were drawn in permanent ink, or so I thought we'd be. Now I'm erased in fragments of what you did to me. It's broken geometry, nothing balances the same. You stripped it every part of me. Now I don't recognize my name. I'm stuck between infinity and where you said you'd be. We were love and symmetry. Now we're broken geometry. If I could solve the formula where it all went wrong, would I find the missing piece, or was it gone all along? The more I try to understand, the less it feels like truth. You were my favorite theorem, now you're my only proof. It's broken geometry, cracked along the seams. Every perfect memory splintered into dreams. I'm left with rooted clarity and tears that fall on me. We were beautiful symmetry. Now we're broken geometry. Love was supposed to make sense, but nothing adds up without you. Your name still glows on my cracked screen like it's carved in neon light. I scroll through old I miss yous at 2 or 3 each night. Blue bubbles turning into ghosts, gray words I can't erase are forever lives in screenshots I'm too scared to replace. Every typing dot that disappears feels like you letting go. I'm staring at a frozen chat with nowhere left to scroll. Now it's digital ink smears running down the phone. Tears on every message that I'm reading alone. Love turned into data, fading pixel by pixel. We were written in forever, now we're glitching in the middle. It's just digital ink smears where our story used to be. I replay your voice notes softly, like they're breathing next to me. But the warmth inside your laughter isn't what it used to be. Your profile says you're happy, hidden pictures I can't stand. I double tap your new life with a shaking hand. Every memory's a timestamp, every kiss a thread, and I'm tangled in a timeline of things we never said. Now it's digital ink smears running down my phone, tears on every message that I'm reading alone. Love turned into data, fading pixel by pixel. We were written in forever, now we're glitching in the middle. It's just digital ink smears where our story used to be. If I delete the photos, do we finally disappear? Or will your shadow linger in every atmosphere? I try to clear the history, but it's written in my veins. No undo for a heartbreak, no filter for this pain. Digital ink smears, blurring what was true. Every broken promise spelled out in blue. I keep refreshing, hoping you'll come back to me, but it's just digital ink smears and an offline memory. Last seen forever ago. We built this love on a higher view, skyline dreams and reckless youth. Thought we were solid, thought we were sure, but we were dancing on something fragile and pure. Every promise like crystal clear, beautiful lies I wanted to hear. We spun around in a chandelier glow, never looking down below. I should've known by the way you moved, like you were scared of breaking through. It was a glass floor theory. We were standing on thin belief. One wrong word and you disappear. Falling underneath, I hear the crack in every memory. Shattered pieces under me. We were high, but it wasn't real. Just a love that couldn't heal. It was a glass floor theory. Your reflection still in my eyes, cutting deeper every time. You said forever like it was safe, but forever couldn't hold the weight. Now I'm bleeding from invisible cuts, from all the times you gave up. We looked perfect from above, but we were breaking when no one saw. I tried to balance, tried to stay, but every step just gave away. It was a glass floor theory, built on fear and fantasy. Every always cracked beneath the pressure of you and me. I hear the sound of gravity dragging what's left of me. We were high, but it wasn't real. Just a love that couldn't our future used to be, trying to find a single reason why you couldn't stay with me. It was a glass floor theory. We were dancing over tragedy. Every kiss just hit the cracks in our reality. I'm picking up what's left of me from shattered hopes and broken dreams. We were high above the pain till it crashed down like the rain. It was a glass broad theory. We thought we were untouchable, but we were always one step from the fall. We were floating on a reckless high, like the sky was ours to steal, spinning constellations in your eyes, swearing this was real. But every kiss defied the ground, every promise left unchecked. Now I'm crashing through the silence, paying gravity's debt. We rose too fast, too bright, too close, like we'd never fall. But love that climbs without a rope has no one left to call. Now I'm paying gravity's debt for every time we flew, for every forever we said, like it would carry us through. Of the words you never meant, we were heaven for a moment. Now I'm paying gravity's debt. Your side of the sky is empty, no orbit left for me. I'm just a drifting satellite in broken symmetry. The stars don't look the same tonight, they flicker like regret. Every memory pulls me down like gravity's debt. We thought love could break the laws that hold the world in place, but nothing stays suspended when there's distance in embrace. Building castles in the clouds that never made it through. Now I'm bruised by every almost and every tear I've wept. We were weightless in each other. Now I'm paying gravity's debt. If falling's part of loving, why does it hurt like this? Why does every memory feel like a fatal trace? I'd give back all the starlight just to feel your hands. But the higher that we climb, the harder that I land. I'm still paying gravity's debt in the quiet of my room, where your laughter once was light, now it's heavy as the moon. And if love was just a moment we never could protect, we were beautiful and reckless. Now I'm paying gratitude. too close to forever and fell into regret. We were built like iron, strong at the start, forged in the fire of a reckless heart. Sparks in the dark when you held my hand. Thought we were solid, thought we would stand. But rain kept falling quiet and slow. Tiny fractures we didn't know. Now every promise we used to trust is turning to iron and rust. We didn't break in a single night. We faded under silent fights. Love doesn't shatter with a scream. It corrodes in between. We're iron and rust, heavy with dust. What we were made of is crumbling to us. I'm holding the weight of what we discussed. We were iron and love. Now we're iron and rust. Your fingerprints on cold steel doors echo through these empty floors. We tried to patch what we lost, but every touch came at a cost. The shine we had is hard to find, buried under overtime and I'm fine. And it's enough when it was never enough. We thought forever couldn't bend. The pressure wears the strongest stand. Now every word we never said is ringing in my head. We're iron and rust, breaking to dust. Once unbreakable, now fragile as us. I taste the metal in tears I can't trust. We were iron and love. Now we're iron and rust. If I could sand down every scar, would we remember who we are? Or are we just abandoned steel with wounds that never heal? The stronger we try to appear, the more we drown in fear. Now all that's left of what we were is silent and obscure. Iron and rust, no shine, just us. Two hearts corroded by time and by dust. I'm gripping the pieces, but they're turning to dust. We were iron and love. Now we're iron and rust. We didn't fall apart in flames. We faded in the rain. Sleep on your side of the bed, like your shadow stitched into my skin. Every whisper you never said echoes louder than it's ever been. Your sweater hanging by the door still smells like rain and cigarettes. I hold it like a life support, breathing in what's left. You were my air, my only truth. Now every breath just tastes like you. I'm giving oxygen to a ghost, keeping alive what hurts me most. Talking to walls, pretending you're close. Drowning in love, I can't let go. You're gone, but I still overdose on memories I miss the most. I'm barely breathing on my own, giving oxygen to a ghost. Your name still lights up on my phone, but it's just my mind playing tricks. I memorize the dial tone like it's a song I can't remix. The mirror shows a fractured heart, mascara rivers down my face. I try to tear us both apart, but you won't leave this place. You were my air, my only proof. Now every breath is just abuse. I'm giving oxygen to a ghost, keeping alive what hurts me most. Talking to walls, pretending you're close. Drowning in love, I can't let go. You're gone, but I still overdose on every maybe you never chose. I'm barely breathing on my own, giving oxygen to a ghost. If I stop loving you, will I disappear? If I let go, will the silence kill me here? You're the habit I can't break, the prayer I'm too afraid to say. I'm suffocating in the space where your heartbeat used to stay. I count the cracks across the ceiling, like the stars that lost their light. I'm still waiting for a feeling that says you'll come back tonight. I'm giving oxygen to a ghost, watching my own heart decompose. Loving you more than I love hope, holding on till my hands don't close. You're gone, but I need you most. I build a home out of broken bones. I'm barely breathing on my own, still giving oxygen, still giving oxygen to a ghost. If you were air, I'd never heal. So why can't I let you go? We were writing dreams on notebook pages, folding futures in different stages. You said forever felt so warm. Now it's just paper in a storm. The ink runs when the rain comes down. Your I love you starts to drown. I I try to keep us safe and dry, but hope was never meant to fly. Every word we send to the sky comes falling back down tonight. We're just paper planes in a storm, trying so hard to stay airborne. But the wind is cruel and the sky's not kind. It tears you away from my hands in time. Now I'm watching love get torn. We were paper planes in a storm. Your laughter echoes down the hall like a fragile wing about to fall. I keep your letters in a drawer, but they don't sound like you anymore. I trace your name in water stains, like folded hearts with broken veins. We thought the clouds would let us through, but thunder always knew the truth. Every promise light as air disappears when you're not there. We're just paper planes in a storm, spinning out so weather-worn. I try to hold on, try to be strong, but the sky kept proving me wrong. Now I'm soaked in warm. We were paper planes in a storm. If I could rewrite yesterday, I'd make the rain just go away. But love that's thin as paper skin can't survive the wind within. No shelter, no place to hide, just folded hearts in a rising tide. We were paper planes in a storm, never built to keep us warm. You slipped right through my shaking hands, scattered dreams across the land. Now I'm lost, alone and torn, just a paper plane in a storm. Still flying, still falling, still calling your name in the rain. The tide rolls in at 3 a.m. like it knows I'm wide awake. Moonlight spilling on the floor like the tears I couldn't fake. Your hoodie's wrapped around my ribs, but it don't keep out the cold. The ocean hums your name to me in a voice I used to hold. Every wave is whispering what we used to be. Your footprints fade along the sand like you were never here. I trace the outline of your hand in water made of tears. Seagulls crying overhead sound like my own heart. Everything the tide returns is pulling us apart. I built my dreams beside you on shifting grains of gold. Now every castle that we made collapses in the cold. It's a saltwater lullaby crashing through my chest. Waves of all the love we had that couldn't pass the test. I'm drifting farther from your side with every sigh, lost inside this song. If I could bottle up the ocean, would it bring you back to me? Or would I just be holding another kind of sea? The deeper that I fall into this endless blue goodbye, the more I hear your heartbeat in the rhythm of the tide. It's a saltwater lullaby, soft but cutting deep, singing of a forever we couldn't keep. I close my eyes, but still I cry under this lonely sky, swaying to a saltwater lullaby. The tide keeps singing, and I'm still listening. You said love was a safe place to land, but I fell through your trembling hands. Now I'm tracing ghosts on the bedroom wall. Every promise cracks when it starts to fall. I hear your voice in the midnight air, like a prayer that's going nowhere. Your jacket's still hanging by the door, but you don't live here anymore. I keep fighting shapes in the dark, swinging at memories, leaving them mark. I'm a shadow boxer in an empty room, throwing punches at the thought of you. Every tear falls like a bruise on my heart. I'm losing every round since we fell apart. You moved on, I'm stuck in October, crying on the floor, like a shadow boxer. Your picture fades, but the pain stays clear. Like broken glass, I still keep near. I tell my friends that I'm doing fine, but I'm bleeding between the lines. I replay words we never said, If loving you was a losing game, why do I still defend your name? I swing at the silence again and again, but I can't knock you out of my skin. I'm a shadow boxer in an empty room, throwing punches at the thought of you. Every tear falls like a bruise on my heart. I'm losing every round since we fell apart. You moved on, I'm stuck in October, crying on the floor like a shadow boxer. Let someone else into my scars, but tonight I'm fighting what we were. Loving you just makes it worse. No crown, no bell, no referee, just your memory rebelling me. I'm a shadow boxer in an empty room, still believing you'll come back soon. Every tear writes your name in red on the pages of the things we said. You're the ghost I can't get over. I'm still your broken shadow boxer. Swinging at love, but I'm alone in the dark, with shadows of us. We're sitting on opposite sides of the bed, same room but miles apart. Your voice is low, but it cuts instead, like feedback through my heart. The TV's on, but we don't watch, just noise we're hiding in. Used to be music in your touch, now it's trembling on my skin. Every word we try to say gets tangled up and torn. We used to be so clear, now we're barely holding on. There's static between us, buzzing in the dark. White noise where your love was, drowning out my heart. I'm reaching for your signal, but you're fading out of view. There's static between us, and I can't get through to you. Your I love you sounds rehearsed, like lines you've said before. I'm holding on to every syllable while you're halfway out the door. We're speaking in apologies, neither one believes. Trying to fix a broken line that keeps losing what we need. Every touch is interrupted, every kiss feels wrong. There's static between us, crackling in my chest. Every broken whisper, every unsent text, I'm holding on to echoes of what we used to be. There's static between us, and it's tearing you from me. Just where our love used to be. I took your picture off the wall, but kept the nail in place, like maybe you'd come back one day and fill that empty space. I boxed up all your t-shirts, but left one in my drawer. I'm learning how to lose you without losing you for sure. I tell myself it's over, but my heart don't move that fast. It's tracing every memory, like it's scared to make it past. This is the art of letting go slowly, one tear at a time. Unwriting your name from my story, but leaving the lines. I'm loosening my fingers while you're already gone. This is the art of letting go slowly, when holding on feels wrong. I stopped checking my phone at night, but I still hope it lights. Stop driving by your street, but I dream of it sometimes. I changed the lock, I changed my sheets, I changed my point of view, but every little step away still circles back to you. Healing is an instant, it's a quiet breaking sound, like glass that doesn't shatter, just slowly cracks around. This is the art of letting go slowly, one breath at a time. Fading your touch from my body, but of letting go slowly, slowly, like you slipped from my hands. The ocean's whispering your name tonight, through the cracks in my window pane. Moonlight spills like a pale blue light on pictures I can't erase. Your shoes still by the back door, sand still clinging to the floor. We said forever once before, now forever feels like a storm. Every wave just pulls me under, every memory hits like thunder. Your voice still rides the salty air, like a lighthouse in my head. I swear I see you everywhere, in every word we never said. I trace our names out in the sand, but the waves erase them by hand. No matter how tight I try to stand, you slip right through again. Every heartbeat feels like drowning. Silence is the loudest sound. I'm waiting for the tide to turn, for the sea to carry you home, holding on to every hurt, like it's all I've ever known. I replay our last goodbye, like it's a truth I can't deny, but the shoreline just breaks my heart, while I'm waiting for the tide to turn. If love was water, I let it freeze, so it couldn't run from me. If hope was stronger than the sea, you'd still be here with me. But I'm just another wreck, lost where the sky and ocean met, counting tears instead of stars, wishing on what's already gone. Maybe I'm the only one still believing you come back. Maybe I'm just holding on to something fading into black. I'm waiting for the tide to turn, for the waves to say your name, for the night to finally burn and wash away the blame. I'm reaching out into the dawn, broken shore, still waiting for the tide to turn. If the ocean never gives you back, I'll still be right here. We used to chase the bleeding sun, running fearless toward the light. Now I'm standing where we'd begun, alone with nothing but the night. Your laughter lingers in the wind, like it never really left. But every step I take since then feels like falling off the edge. We were golden in the morning glow, now I'm just a silhouette you don't know. I'm staring at yesterday's horizon, where the sky was painted us, watching all our colors fading into dust, into dust. You were my forever rising, now you're just a setting sun. I'm still reaching for the light, but yesterday's horizon's gone. Your fingerprints are on my skin, like a map I can't erase. Every always we were in turn to echoes in this place. I scroll through pictures of your smile, like they're proof we once were real. But time keeps stretching every mile between what was and how I feel. We were fire in a summer sky, now I'm ashes asking why. I'm staring at yesterday's horizon, where our shadows used to run, watching all the promises disappear one by one. You were my forever rising, now you're just a setting sun. I'm still reaching through the dark, but yesterday's horizon's gone. If I could rewind the dawn, stop the moment you moved on, I would hold the morning still, bend the sky to match my will. But the daylight turned to gray and carried all our dreams away. I keep waiting for the sunrise that brings you back to me, but every morning only proves you're just a memory.